Today, we'll try and beat Baral by using pirates. It's not International Talk Like a Pirate Day, but it is International Beat Baral using 2 mana 2/1s Day. And we'll try to do exactly that. The first change I want to make is include Cut to Ribbons and get rid of Cast Down. Cast Down seems like a terrible removal spell, especially against Baral. Given that he's legendary and like most commanders in this format are legendary, like all commanders are legendary. We'll cut Cast Down, play Cut to Ribbon, seems much better. And then we'll look through the card pool that we have access to for other improvements. We're already playing like most of the removal spells. A thing I could see is playing like Duress, but I'm not sure how good that would be. Should we be playing 1 mana 1/1 unblockables? That's an interesting question. Curious Obsession seems nice, since many of our threats are evasive, and Baral only has bounce spells. So I like the idea of a Curious Obsession. Maybe over one of the other cards. Unsummon actually doesn't strike me as very good because you don't have a way to counter a creature when it to counter Baral when it comes back down. So let's make that change. Unsummon out, Curious Obsession in. How good is Vicious Conquistador? I actually don't know. Scrapheap Scrounger seems like a card I always want to be playing. 2 mana recursive 3/2 that's not too hard on the mana base. It's probably better than Direfleet Hoarder at least, because it just gets blocked by Baral. So we'll make that change. River Sneak I don't want to play. No. Glintsleeve Siphoner seems like a card I want to be playing. Instead of probably... yeah, I don't like the Forerunner of the Coalition because it doesn't get anything impactful. Like, tutoring up creatures is not very good against a spell that counters, against a deck that counters them anyways. Wanted Scoundrels. Why aren't we playing that card? It's 2 mana 4/3. Baral never kills any creature, it only bounces them. So let's cut Goblin Trailblazer, I guess. Could also cut one of the 1-drops because they are pretty bad. Like this is a 1 mana 2/1. This is even worse probably. I also don't like Shock. There was another card I wanted to play, I think. But I can't remember what it was. I'd like to play another removal spell, but Walk the Plank is a bit heavy on the mana base. Double black is like impossible. Harnessed Lightning, however, is very possible, and that is likely better than Shock. Right, and then we will add the missing cards to our wish list. This one also doesn't convince me. Let's not play this one. Let's play another like a replacement 3-drop instead. Alright, it's none of the blue ones. Dreamstealer always sounds good, but in practice it turns out just to be pretty bad. Ruin Raider is great. Already playing the Crasher here. Pia, she's really good. Sure, let's add Pia. Yeah, I think I like her better than the other cards. Alright, and then we'll get the cards and head straight into the late. Opponent's on the play again. Like, yeah, beating Baral in the draw is super tough because you only get like 2 turns without Baral in play. But the good thing is you can always resolve a 2-mana removal spell, which we have none of in our hand. Nicol Bowl. Why are we playing against... I don't want to play against this, but I guess I have to because I can't drop at 0/0. But none of this matters because Nicol Bolas is... No, I still want to play Freebooter. If they have Essence Scatter this, or Censor, or Syncopate. Alright. Next turn we can play Ruin Raider. I guess Flagship is actually better. Because it doesn't die to removal, it only dies to like a few counter spells. And then hopefully the Ruin Raider resolves next turn. Because if it doesn't, then at least we get to do Warkite Marauder into the other thing. Oh. Or we could do that right now. Sounds a bit more appealing. Since that way it's more likely for one of them to resolve. Okay. And then the File Flagship probably dies, but we'll see. Or does it? It doesn't! Whoa! They get to discard a card. That actually seems like a big deal. By the way, our opponent's struggling with the same issues that we struggle with. Being a 3-color deck and fixing our mana is not easy. Alright. If they tap out on turn 8 or 7 to cast Nicol Bolas, we can punish them by going Beckett and then just taking control of Bolas. Oh, that would be sweet. But that's unlikely to happen. It's also really easy to see it coming. Guess we do play Ruin Raider. In case it resolves, we can crew the Flagship and attack for more damage this turn than we would be able to otherwise. Spell Swindle, huh? sure. Guess that actually allows them to resolve Bolas pretty early. If this was a pirate, we could have given it double strike to let them discard 2 cards. That would have been good. But unfortunately, the pirate ship is not a pirate. Let's see if they just go for Bolas here. Probably not, but you never know. Glimmer. So they're probably looking for a removal spell for the Fell flagship. Bottom, bottom. Oh, oh, is this Sweltering Suns? It looks like it's Sweltering Suns. Yeah, we can't even do anything against it. Now we just have to hope our Beckett Breath resolves. There's only Essence Scatter as far as I know to counter the pirate here. They can resolve Bolas this turn, but then it dies to basically any pirate, because the Fell flagship can kill it. Oh, it actually just dies to Beckett Breath, because we can tap out to play her again. What else can they do, really? Like, there's not a lot of things they have access to here. I guess it always depends on what they drew off of the Glimmer of Genius. A tap land is not very helpful. Maybe they just plus Bolas and hope to hit a blocker or something. Dynavolt Tower. Wow, that seems like a weaker play than Bolas plus. Right? Like, forcing me to exile 2 cards. Forcing me to play off the top. Seems better than deploying Dynavolt Tower, I would say. Maybe they're scared of discarding cards to Fell flagship. Ooh, Claim to Fame. Woo! So this gives a creature haste. So I guess we reanimate the Marauder. Do we give it haste? We don't have to. Can always use that mode later. Actually, that way we're attacking for like 14. That's a lot. Hey Max, what's up? Attacking for 14 if they don't block. Nah, let's just crew the flagship. It's about the same damage. This is still Brawl. But for some reason our opponent isn't playing Baral. I'm gonna cash this in now. I don't think it will hit for a lot more than... Oh shit, I'm so dumb. I want to concede. I could have given this haste and plus... I always forget that Fame gives it +2/+0. Our opponent would have been dead. Planeswalkers can be commanders. Yes, that's an exception they made for Brawl. Jeez, I want to concede so badly right now because that was just terrible. That was... We're still in a good spot though. A whole new world can be explored. Well, the problem is most Planeswalkers just suck against Baral as a commander. Because Planeswalkers tend to cost a lot of mana. Alright, come on, hit me with Baral. Why are we on the draw? I don't want to be on the draw all the time, because on the draw, Baral's going to have an even bigger win rate. An even higher one. This one's probably not keepable. We have to kill Baral on 2. This is such a terrible hand on so many levels. It's insane how bad this hand is. Yeah, playing Cinder Barons is correct. But I'm basically treating this as a loss already. This hand never gets anywhere. We don't have a removal spell. We don't have a mana base. Oh shit, they're not casting anything again. We don't have a removal spell. We don't have a mana base. Oh, I should have played Sulfur Foils. Now we're just dead. We can't play Cut here because they obviously have a counter spell. Otherwise, they would have just played Baral on 2. Wow, that's an aggressive use of Expel from Muraska. That basically says that they are always countering it on the way back down. Gateway, huh? No, I haven't been... I didn't get to do anything today. So for one, I wanted to like rest because yeah, as I said, like I was super exhausted and like sick from coming back from Bologna, but we also had to like record the podcast today, record other stuff. So no time for me today. I'm doing way better than yesterday. Like yesterday was just the worst. The flight was really hard. I don't know. Alright, loading in respawns here. If this resolves, I kind of just want to play another creature. If it doesn't, I'll kill Baral. What? What is this play? What the fuck was that? How do you cycle sensor when I'm not even done with my turn yet? Jesus Christ. What? I don't get it. What's going on there? Did my opponent, like, no, that must have been a misclick. There's no way my opponent meant to do that. There's no way. That would also explain why my opponent is like taking forever to pass priority again, because they're like, I don't know, raging over something. I don't know. Just have the guy. Yeah, the good old question mark. Also, people are still playing this card, which is like, I think anyone will realize rather quickly that it's quite bad. Alright, so this Glensleeve Siphoner is obviously resolving, and then we'll cut the Baral. This turn actually turns out to be great, but only because our opponent made a mistake. But whatever, we'll take it. Those who cycle sensor instead of casting it to counter something probably don't realize how bad the card is. That might be true, yeah. Alright, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah. In the meantime, we can talk about if Baral is worth a ban. Because people have been advocating a Baral ban in Brawl. And I'm not sure if I agree. Like, right now I don't think anyone has found a deck that actively counters Baral. Oh, right, our opponent has disconnected. But at the same time, there might still be one. Like, we might still find one later. But I can definitely see Baral being banned if, like, in another week there's still no answer to it. Because, like, Wizards wants people to play the new format, right? And people won't do that if... Nobody will do that if Baral's the only deck. Like, I enjoy Baral Mirrors. That's not the case, but, like, you don't have a format that is Baral Mirrors. Doesn't sound like a good format. It's basically the same, like, with Eldrazi at the Eldrazi modern era. So I can definitely see Wizards giving in and listening to the people and banning Baral in Brawl. Alright. Will we ever resolve this Glensleeve Siphoner? Apparently, like, our opponent alright, there we go. Then cut this Baral. Not only to reduce their mana efficiency, but also to stop the looting. If they just want to recast it, it's a bit risky on their side, because if we have another removal spell, they basically die. They do. Makes me think they have negate in hand. Alright. So we're just gonna cast Lannery Storm, attack Scrounger, I think. No, actually attack Ruin Raider, I think. Essence Scatter? No. Revolutionary Rebuff. In that case, I want to cast Scrounger. Yeah, I think I want to cast Scrounger. Because they apparently do have a 1-mana counterspell. Like a 2-mana counterspell. And the only one that comes to mind is Revolutionary Rebuff. And luckily for us, that can't counter artifacts. So Scrappy Scrounger should be safe to resolve. Spell Pierce. Maybe that, no. Maybe they just wanted to loot in response to the Captain Leonary Storm. Oh no. If this is Dynaball Tower, we might still be fine. Blink. What? Main phase Blink of an Eye? What's going on here? That's something. Alright, we're gonna cast this Mighty Wizard. If they counter it, we will probably cast Beckett Brass. No, they don't. Alright, then let's attack with everything. We'll just do the Scrounger again. I don't like feeding the Raider to a counterspell. And I think it's the same for the Marauder. Although, on the other hand, Baral doesn't have a way to punish us for overextending. And Marauder is not that impactful. Alright, this actually went fairly well. Unless, they have River's Rebuke. What? Yeah, River's Rebuke. Oh, well. River's Rebuke's so annoying. It's so good. Once again, why are they looting right now? What? This way I know nothing is getting countered except for Essence Scatter. I guess I still like Leonary Storm. Then we'll try putting Obsession onto her. Hopefully there's no negate. And then we get to go, depending on if we draw land, we go Scrounger, Marauder, or Ruin Raider. Ooh. Ha! Yes, please. Oh no, actually this costs 2. Never mind. Yeah, let's play Ruin Raider then. They have rebuff. No. Alright, so this turn they get to flip Gateway, but they only have 3 cards in hand, too, now. When do you think Baral's getting banned? Yeah, maybe at some point. It depends on how much they want people to play Brawl. I think that... Oh, now they have lots of mana. Lots of cards. Like, now they have lots of stuff to do with their mana. It depends on how much they want people to play Brawl. The more... Ooh. Oh, yes. Yeah, the more they want people to play Brawl, the sooner they will give in to the will of people. I think I like flashing back commit to memory here, targeting the gateway. If they counter it, the commit to memory is still gone. And then getting rid of the gateway is great because it doesn't flip anymore. It doesn't do anything really. Sure, counter this. It's still gone. I guess they still get to loot every turn. But, yeah. I don't, like, maybe there's even a deck out there that can beat Baral. Maybe there is. Like, right now we're trying to find one. And, like, this game it looks like we're winning this game, which I would have never thought. But I guess cycling the sensor instead of playing it is, like, a huge mistake. Yeah, we'll just play Lenery. Play Lenery, play Rigging Runner. Yeah. Problem with Baral is that I can look at the board on turn 3 against non-Baral decks and see that. Yes, but there are decks that can do something against it, right? You just have to apply pressure. Like, Baral forces you to play the format in a very weird way, right? You have to play like all these super efficient cards, because otherwise you just don't get to resolve them, and you have to apply pressure, because otherwise you can never beat Baral. Or you just play Baral Mirrors, but it's a different game, and I can see how it's unhealthy. Like, yeah, it's probably not good for like more people playing the format. Then again, what makes a healthy metagame healthy? At this point, they can't even recover from this because they don't have River's Rebuke anymore. They would have to go like, what's it called, Metallurgic Summonings. Not Mono Mirrors. Fair enough. I do enjoy Baral Mirrors a fair bit. Like, they're so tough. That's why I don't play Baral at the moment, because I don't feel like I'm in a mental position to play Baral Mirrors. So 3, 6, 3, 2, 5, 7. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. try resolving this. If that doesn't work, well, oh no, I tapped one to a few. Ding. And we were on the draw that game, guys. We were on the draw against turn 3 Baral, and our hand was like, our start was garbage. Alright. This mana base, dude. This mana base. Alright, but at least we get to pick off this Baral here. Setting them back like at least 4 mana. Treasure map, so there's no way they counter anything here, so we'll just... Oh, Captain Storm is actually great because it also generates a mana advantage at the same time. That's so good. And that probably means we resolve a spell next turn. I was wondering if we could put the treasure map to 3 counters so it never flips, but that's not true. Oh, opponent just playing the tap out game. It's probably end badly. We can either play the neckbreaker, which is pretty neck breaking, or we can go double spell Ruin Raider plus Crasher, or like yeah. How good is Crasher plus something else? They have a billion mana next turn, right? So we probably don't resolve other spells, so I want to play the expensive spell this turn. And then I can still play Skyship Plunderer. I guess I should have cracked the treasure for the neckbreaker. That would have been 1 more damage. I'm dumb. The problem is that you cannot even address the healthy metagame to many interactions. There are a bunch of playsets which people enjoy that are not very interactive. Yeah, yeah. As I said, like yeah. Whenever you take like one metric to measure a metagame, you will always find examples where that metric is like at its best, right? Like, oh, there has to have to be many decks. Then you'll find a metagame that is like 10 decks which all just play goldfish, and then yeah. And if you say like a good metagame is lots of interactive decks, then yeah, I'll just say, well, Baral mirrors are interactive. Alright, we'll try for the Crasher here. And if that doesn't work, we can resolve post-combat Ruin Raider to refill our hand. I won't pay for additional mana. And then we just have to pray that they don't have Censor or Essence Scatter or Rebuff. Essence Scatter is another really bad card, so they probably don't have that one. Then again, every treasure we get rid of is like another card. And they're actually really low on cards right now. Wow! We get to resolve stuff. generator can refuel our hand a bit. We're not really applying a lot of pressure, unfortunately. Summonings? Pull. Nah, that's bad, because we just bottlenecked their cards and now they have pull. So now, if we play the neckbreaker, we like it's a lot of pressure if we resolve it, but it's bad against other stuff. I guess it's way too good if we resolve it. Like resolving that thing here is ridiculous, because that's another 6 damage. That was pretty good. One of the things I did that helped a lot was that I cut the gateway, and I feel deck is much better now than Baral. Yeah, the gateway is kind of slow, but it's really good when you flip it. Like it's you don't lose the game once you flip gateway. It's a bit like Ask Foretold, but Ask Foretold didn't even win the game when you had it in play for like 3 turns. At the same time, gateway also loots. I think gateway is better than Ask Foretold, but maybe it's still not good enough. Do we even play anything here? I guess we do, because we refuel our hand anyways. So like, who cares? We'll go for the Swashbuckler, because if, like, after a River's Rebuke, the Swashbuckler is not very impressive, because we'd never get the City's Blessing then. Sensor Syncopate, sure. Like, there are lots of cards I would cut before cutting the gateway, like Gear Hulk, As Foretold, Precognition Field, Ether Hub, but like Ether Hub just gets replaced by another land. Jesus, how do they always have the fucking River's Rebuke? It's so fucking annoying. I found that it's negative card advantage and people bounce it a lot. You cut those 3? Very good. I like your style. Yeah, maybe Gateway is just the next card to cut. I was also thinking about cutting Karn's Temporal Sundering, but it's like a Gearhulk, just way better. But maybe it's still too clunky. Like, when Gearhulk resolves, you kind of get like a little bit ahead. When that card resolves, you're like, it's just very good. And then I also don't like Dynavolt Tower, but maybe that's just personal experience still. Because for me, the card just always gets brick walled by like by not having enough action. Like the games where our opponent went turn 2 Baral have always played out so well for us here. It's ridiculous. This is probably summonings. Sure. Yeah, let's attack. I don't want to give them anything to counter pre-combat. Right, because like they have to have a counter spell in hand, otherwise they just lose to like Neckbreaker or Bracket Press. And I don't want them to have a token. Very nice. Alright, that way we get to resolve everything we want. Which is probably Neckbreaker. What are they disallowing? Plenary Storm? Interesting. Alright, yeah. So this way they get to eat Plenary Storm and block the Rigging Runner. Let's not pay. Could also eat the Captain and take 4, but that seems pretty bad. Cut the Temporal Sundering 2, but that does make me worse against... Yeah, that's the worst. Like, any card you cut that's bad in the mirror, like where you're like, oh yeah, I'm like, I should cut this card because it's so bad in the mirror. You first always get punished for it because like it's randomly good in spots in the mirror, because like I don't know, when you're far ahead, it's like it seals the deal, right? Like Temporal Sundering or Gear Hulk or something. But then you also get punished in the non-Baral matchups, which shouldn't be happening because everyone should be playing Baral, right? But then again, that's just me complaining. Alright, I want to fetch main phase just for time-saving stuff. Oh geez, we're playing terribly mismatched basics. That's really bad, actually. We have full art and the other one. So on the one hand, River's Rebuke's like one of the most important cards in the matchup. On the other hand, it's nice when your opponent has already played it and you know that there's no way for them to come back. I guess with summonings in hand, there is a way to come back. Oh, yes, finally someone who gets punished for playing garbage cards. I shouldn't be playing Bucket Brass here, should I? No. I guess if they have a bounce spell, no, I still shouldn't be playing Bucket Brass then. I should just slam. Yay. Alright. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Hands unkeepable, unfortunately. But we're on the play. Woo! Yeah, we have to keep this. It's fine, I guess. Alright, our opponent also mulliganed. Put this on top. We fetch anyways. I'll do this main phase once again, just for the F6 value. Turn 2 Trailblazer, which is basically unblockable. Turn 3 Lannery Storm. What the fuck, Moto? What the fuck? Stuff's rigged. Come on, draw a removal spell. Or don't play Baral. Alright, come on. One time, we're playing so many removal spells. Oh! Oh, it feels good. Fuck you, Baral. Fuck you. Get out of here. depending on if our opponent, yeah. If they play anything here, we're gonna go Legendary Storm. If they just pass, we're gonna pass as well. Because we can cycle Fetid Pulls. Yeah, now we're definitely playing Legendary Storm. Hey, Peach Alters. Thanks for the host. I appreciate it a lot. And welcome to anyone coming from Peach Alter stream. We are brawling with Captain Legendary Storm and Admiral Beckett Brass as our commander. So we're hopefully out aggroing all the Baral players, trying to counter their way to league trophies. Currently we're actually 3-0. The first match was against Nico Bolas, but after that we played only Baral. And we actually won both of the Baral matchups on the draw, which is even more impressive because winning against Baral on the draw is like tough. Like, it's real tough. Because you only get 2 spells to resolve any, 2 turns to resolve any spells. So this turn our opponent could replay Baral. If they do that, they're most likely dead. Because then we just abrade the Baral, play Stormfleet Sprinter, and then they just can't do anything anymore. Then again, if they pass, we'll just attack, not do anything. And then, well, what are they going to do? Like, Baral turns all their mediocre spells into, like, counterspell, right? Turns cancel into counterspell. It's quite the upgrade. Yeah, this way we're just going to play the land, pass, and then their spot only gets worse. The best thing they can have here is an end of turn bounce spell, which would be good because it like would take a lot of pressure out of our game plan. Glimmer is a good play from their side. So when does this flip? At 7 lands. So 2 more. Opt. Come on. Just give in to temptation. Just cast your Baral. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. Turns out there's lots of things that could go wrong. I think we just go for the double threat here. No, actually I need that. No, I don't, because I use treasures. Because they can't do double counterspell here unless they have exactly Essence Scatter plus Revolutionary Rebuff. And that's pretty unlikely. If they let this resolve, I might just attack and pass again, because, wow, alright, yeah. I guess I should have left that open then, if that was my plan anyways. Taking 7 is a lot here. That means they can't play Baral. I don't see their plan. Because without them having Baral in play, we can just overload their mana fairly easily. They also don't flip the compass yet, so no defense there either. Maybe they're thinking about Revolutionary, no, the River's Rebuke, Entrancing Melody. That's fine by me. Aren't they? No, they're not dead. Should I abrade the Captain Lenery? Feel like I do. Cause a braid will never kill Baral ever again. And now this turn we resolve this, resolve Beckett Brass. Why didn't you use Treasure to cast Crasher? I didn't feel like maybe that's actually a mistake, but I didn't feel like I needed to cash in the treasure yet. Like, leaving treasure for future turns makes it so I can always pay for cards like Revolutionary Rebuff, Metallic Rebuke, or Lookout's Dispersal. Maybe pushing through some damage would have been better. But I like keeping stuff like treasures and clues around, right? Yeah, alright. Our opponent is looking pretty dead here. They have to have like double bounce spell to stay alive. That probably won't do it. Yeah, they have to have double bounce spell, flip the compass. So they have to have unsummon plus another spell here to stay alive. Oh, and now not even that saves them. Woo! Yep. Still dead. Yep. Still dead. Woohoo! Alright. Next one. Next. Wow, we're playing for the trophy, guys. We're playing for the trophy! Alright, guys. It's time for the finals of Brawl League 3000. We're on the play. We're up against Galta. No! Why are we up against Galta? What the fuck? That's cheating. Ah. Why would we ever play against Galta? How the fuck is a Galta 3-1? I want to play against Baral. You dominated them by drawing Fatal Push? Yeah, well, that's the thing I said. Like, I think we have to keep this on top, by the way. Having a removal spell on the play is pretty sick, and you know, by using my superior magic skills, I had a removal spell. Alright, please don't have Lanoa elves, please. Krizu. Because if they don't, I think we're in good shape. Yes. Alright, and now draw a good pirate. Let's draw the Stormfleet Sprinter. Good enough. Good enough. Them having no 2-drop is kind of weird, but I'll take it. Alright, so this forces them to jump here, because otherwise we just take control of... We just take control of Scavenger. Oh my god, wow. Well, I guess our opponent didn't play anything on the first 3 turns and we had like a perfect 1-2-3 curve. Holy shit. How is Mono Green ever gonna recover from this? Shit. This was insane. And now the Stormfleet Sprinter gets through anyways? Holy moly. Yeah. What? They have to jump block every turn now. What is going on? Pirates dominating the format. Oh, let's fucking go. Jesus. Yeah, we had the perfect curve here. Woo! Yes. We did it, boys. We did it. We got the trophy using pirates.